Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 of a corn planting video that I did last week. I was going to wait 2 weeks, but I saw something in the forecast that I didn't like, so I had to push it up and take advantage of the weather that we have this week. Also, going to be planting some watermelon. Got to prep the soil over there, so I'll take you along with that. A lot packed in this video, a lot of good information, especially on the corn planting side of it. So stay to the end where I'll give you my major tips on growing corn for a huge corn harvest. All right, first things first, I gotta throw down some fertilizer for my corn right here. I'm going with the Haas Complete Organic 543. If you remember in my last video, I said you can use anything that's kind of a balanced fertilizer. If you're going with organic, it's probably going to be something like a 543 or 454 or something, something like that. They're typically not straight balanced like a, 10-10-10 with synthetics and whatnot. You can also use a 10-10-10, a 13-13-13 if you'd like to, but that goes down pre-plant. Okay, so I'm going to throw this down first. Then we're gonna plant some corn, and honestly, for the corn, that's gonna be it today. I'm gonna run drip irrigation as well, but for the most part, on planting day for corn, you just need to throw down a balanced fertilizer, plant your corn, well, mix it in a little bit, plant your corn, and you're done. So for the fertilizer, I'm probably gonna use about a half a cup down each row. Not a measuring cup, but a half of my TSC cup here. So let me get to it. Yeah, half a cup is about perfect. All right, guys, so today in this video I'm using the Chapin cedar. They actually sent me this last year to assemble it and demo it and whatnot, but honestly I haven't had an opportunity to use it until today. I am not affiliated with Chapin, just have a really good relationship with them. I use a lot of their products and whatnot, as you'll see throughout my videos and whatnot, especially when I'm doing my food plotting stuff. But anyway, back to this. So I put it together yesterday, and the mechanics of it seems really, really great. I already put the sweet corn plate in there, and let me show you. So so it has a bunch of different plates. Like, this is for lettuce and turnips and whatnot. The smaller this part is, the smaller the seed is. So let's take like something like this one right here. This is for peas and baby lima beans. So, it has a bigger, lima beans are big, so they'll fit in that bigger hole right there. So the one that I got in there right now is for corn. Well, for sweet corn specifically. And so that plate's already in there. I already tested it yesterday to make sure that it was going to pick up the corn and drop it and whatnot. It did well. It moves really smooth when I was rotating it, and so I think it's going to really, really do well out here today. It also, what I think is really cool, it has this little attachment right here so that I can measure how far away my next row is going to be. And so I did this about a foot. And so because on these beds right here, I'm going to have a foot in between each row. And so hopefully that will mark out the rows for me really well, so I can just go down one row and then come back down the other row and keep it nice and straight. And these are the 2 corns that I'm gonna plant today. I got a total of 300 seeds here, so I'm hoping that it will be enough to fill this whole area. And so I know that the question is gonna arise about cross-pollinating and whatnot, okay? So let's talk about why I'm not worried about cross-pollination with these 2, and what measures you put into place to make sure you don't get cross-pollination. All right, so with these 2 different varieties of corn here, the main thing that I'm looking for is the maturity dates on them. And so if you look at this one, it has days to maturity 100 days. And if you look at this one, it has days to maturity 80 days. All right. And so why that's important is because when there's different stages of the plant growth, of the corn growth, and the most important stage is the tasseling stage. Okay. That's when you see the little, I don't know how to say it other than tassels at the top of the corn. And that's when the corn is pollinating itself, okay? And so everybody knows corn is wind pollinated. It's not like your tomatoes or something where you need a bee or an insect or whatnot to carry the pollen from one to the next. It's pollinated by wind. So when the wind blows, it blows the pollen from one plant over to another plant. It gets onto the silks of the corn stalk, and that's how the corn gets pollinated. So the tasseling stage is, let's say, general terms, throughout your whole patch, it'll probably last about 2 weeks, okay? The tasseling stage on one single plant is only a few days, maybe 5 days, 3, 5, 8 days, somewhere less than a week most of the time. And so, but for your whole corn plot, especially if everything germinates the same, everything comes up the same, everything tassels at the same time, you're looking at about a 2-week window of tasseling, okay? During that 2-week window, as long as this corn doesn't tassel while this corn is tasseling, they will not cross-pollinate, okay? It's impossible for them to cross-pollinate. This plant won't receive the pollen from the other one until it's ready to tassel, okay? And so this one that's 80 days is gonna tassel 20 days before this one. So that's a good 3 weeks almost from this one tasseling to this one tasseling. So I'm not concerned at all about these 2 cross-pollinating, okay? I will plant these next to each other. I will grow them. I will plant them at the same time. I will grow them. And when we go to harvest, I will show you that they did not cross-pollinate. Because you will see it in the corn, in the corn cob itself, because the seed is the corn. And so you'll be able to see that, if they did cross-pollinate or not. Another thing that you could do if you were worried is I could plant this 80-day one and then wait 2 weeks and plant this 100-day one. And that will give you 5 weeks between tasseling. and that will really, 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 you know, make sure that you don't have any issues with cross-pollinating. But I'm gonna go ahead and plant both of them today because I feel that the difference in 20 days in maturity is enough, and I don't have to worry about them cross-pollinating. So that's how you can plant two different types of corn in the same plot without having to worry about cross-pollination. Now, after I harvest this corn right here, I'm gonna plant a popcorn, and I'm gonna plant Jimmy Red corn. All right. Now, for these right here, the days to maturity, 85 to 110 days. And then this one, days to maturity, is 105 days. So I will not plant these at the same time. I'm gonna plant I normally do the shortest day one first. This one has a max of 105 days. This one has a max of 110 days. So it doesn't really matter, but it has a minimum of 85 days on this one right here. So I'm gonna plant this one first. I'm gonna wait 2 to 3 weeks, and then I'm gonna plant this one, okay? And that will get me outside of that tasseling window, so I don't have to worry about the two of these cross-pollinating.
In the well I dug myself, 'cause I fell under that spell, and the fireflies in the sky spelled my name in lights, all the hope I just can't see, while I'm hurting and bleeding, but the help is on its way, way too late. I will survive. I will find a lifeline. I will survive, and you'll beg yourself to see me one more time.
Well, those 150 seeds looks like it was only good enough for 2 double rows. So I have 4 rows. I'm gonna say they're about 15-foot rows. So 60 row foot of corn right there. And so what I'm gonna do, since this happened, I'm gonna plant the other ones on that end down there, and they'll probably be about the same amount as well. And then now I have 2 beds here in the middle that I can use for something else. So I may put some either peppers or tomatoes back here. Man, oh man, oh man. Y'all, I don't know what I've been doing with my life. This thing made planting. I mean, I probably planted these in 3 minutes. I mean, that is insane, and it worked so great. Like I said, I'm not affiliate with Chapin, but man, this thing works great. So if y'all are looking for a nice, inexpensive cedar, I highly recommend this one. I mean, it worked like a daggone charm. I went and checked a few. I dug in the ground. Uniform depth, which is very important with corn. So you get even germination. The spacing is perfect. I mean, goodness. So, yeah. That right there, y'all know, it's the bee's knees. All right, well, that's pretty much it for the corn. I did want to touch on the fertilization process for the corn. And so basically, balanced fertilizer at planting. When the plant gets up to about a foot tall, I'm putting down Chilean nitrate. You don't have to use Chilean nitrate. I just like to use it, but you want to use something that's really high in nitrogen. You want to look at the plants. If your plants aren't like deep, dark green, you need to throw some nitrogen to them, okay? Generally on that first when they get up to a foot tall, I'm throwing nitrogen to them regardless if they're green, dark green or not. Excuse me. So, but on the second one, I will play with that one. So if the when the plant gets up to about knee high, I'm gonna put a heavy nitrogen fertilizer down as well. But on that second one, I'm definitely looking to see if it already has really dark green leaves and whatnot. I may skip that fertilization. Something that may affect that is if you put down compost, if your soil is really fertile and whatnot, you may not need that second application of nitrogen. But in most cases, I feel that that second application won't hurt. Okay, so balanced fertilizer at planting, high nitrogen at 1 foot tall, high nitrogen at knee high, while maintaining and looking and making sure that your plants are in need of that second nitrogen boost. And that's all the fertilization that I do on my corn. It has worked really, really great, and so I'm not changing that up. That's exactly what I'm going to do this year, and you know, I'll bring you guys along with me so y'all can see how they turn out as well. One thing that I will mention is pest pressure. Okay, the earlier you get your corn in, the less you have to worry about pest pressure. But that corn earworm is probably going to show its nasty head and start eating on the ends of your corn. I do spray for the corn earworm because if not, it's going to eat all my corn, and so I want my corn. so I will spray for it. Generally, I will pop up on the screen what I use because I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now. But it's a necessity in order for me to ensure a good harvest of corn. All right, I got a few more things I want to talk about with corn, but before that, let's get those watermelons in the ground. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do that. Basically, I have this mixture that I'm gonna put in the ground and plant into. And so I got my composted chicken manure. So I'm gonna put that in the. I'm gonna dig a hole. If you can see the holes that are down here, I'm gonna dig a hole. I'm gonna put the composted chicken manure, a little bit of fertilizer, some humic acid, and biochar, and then I'm gonna put some mycorrhizal fungi down in there as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll show you the mix. I'll show you how I mix it up, and let's get to it. All right, well, I got my bucket here. I got my compost, and this is some good stuff right here. It holds together real good. I don't know if you can see that. It holds together real good, breaks apart. Smells like soil, you know? So, doesn't have a bad pungent smell to it. So, I'm gonna put one shovelful down in there. And then I'm gonna take a handful, let's do 2 handfuls of this humichar. Okay, it's humic acid and biochar. I'm gonna throw some of that down in there. Y'all saw me use this with my herbs. This is a premium mycorrhizal inoculant. So this stuff right here, as you've heard me say, is the bee's knees. All right, I put that down in there. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of this Hoss 10-10-10. Now, with this Hoss 10-10-10, it's not really like the 10-10-10 that you get from the store. This has some of the micronutrients in it as well. So it has magnesium, sulfur, boron, manganese, and zinc in it, okay? Super important. I'm just gonna leave that as that. So I'm gonna take a handful and a half, throw it down in there. I'm gonna mix that up real good. All right. I'm gonna take another shovelful. I'm gonna repeat that all over again. The biochar and humic acid, mycorrhizal, and 10-10-10. All right. Mix that up real good. And that right there is what I'm gonna plant into when I transplant my watermelons that I have out here. So I'm gonna get this weed cloth pulled back, and I gotta dig a hole. I'll show you. I'll just take you in there and show you. Basically, real simple. I'm just gonna, ooh, that's some good soil right there, y'all. Get that up out of the hole like that. And then I'm gonna put that down there like that. Throw a little bit of that soil back on top of there. And I'm gonna plant right into that right there. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Got some worms down in there. Look at that. Another one. Yeah, buddy. Oh, man. Yeah. I love seeing that. All right, well, I got 2 spots, so let me get the rest of them done. It's acting like it wants to rain a little bit, so let me go ahead and knock these out.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, Annie up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, what's up? Yeah. So what's up? I told him move over. Enough of that mediocre I've been. The man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not? Show you how I'm built. Come a little closer. Ayy, lot of heart, been smart. Aura gotta glow. We can restart.
So I planted 3 watermelon plants down here. Right there. And one right there. The rest of them aren't ready yet, so it really wasn't important for me to get the watermelon in today, as much so as it was for me to get the corn in today. That was super important. Let me explain to you why I really needed to get that corn in today. So I had to get the corn in today, and if you remember my last video, I said that I needed to, I was going to plant it in 2 weeks, not in 1 week. And so the reason why is because when planting or transplanting anything, you always have to look at the weather. You have to. And so with corn, there's something special about corn that's really important. And if you miss it or you make this mistake, it could ruin, or I would say drastically hamper your corn harvest. And what that is I'm gonna actually read it, because I don't want to I don't want to mess up the verbiage here. So with corn, you have to worry about a thing called chill injury, okay? CHILL injury. And so what chill injury can do is it can reduce germination, and it can reduce the actual vigor of the seed to produce a plant. So this is important, especially during the first 24 to 48 hours, okay? That's something that a lot of people don't know about corn, and why a lot of people wait until later to plant their corn. I've planted my corn in May before, and it does well. So this is on the earlier side for me, but some people already had their corn planted, and it's fine. But it's due to a phenomenon called imbibitional chilling injury, okay? That's where cold temperatures can damage the cell membranes of the kernel as it absorbs water. Bam, okay? I just nerded out for you a little bit there. But if you look at my forecast that I'm about to throw up here on the screen, I got some great days right now. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Today is Thursday, the 3rd or 4th of April. So today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, beautiful. So that covers that first 24 to 48 hours, right? And then after that, the temperature drops for the rest of the forecast. We're gonna have a day that it may hit 30 or in the 30s. Well, it's gonna be in the 30s, but it may get close to freezing. So that's about when I was going to plant my corn. So you see how it's important to look at that forecast, because I don't want to prolong it and go past that date. And the reason why is because pest pressure only gets worse the later you start. So I wanted to start a little earlier this year than I have in the past. And looking at the forecast, I didn't want those cold days or those colder days to hurt my corn planting. So I decided, I woke up this morning, I saw the forecast, I said, man, I got to get that corn in today. So I got the corn in. I got some watermelons in. More importantly, I got the watermelons amended, the soil over here. I still got to amend the soil down this way. I'm planting a special watermelon over here. And I'm going to do my cantaloupe down here in this corner. I'm also going to grow cantaloupe on a trellis, because I got to win with cantaloupe this year. I have to win. I love cantaloupe. And so I have to win. So I'm going to plant a bunch of them down here, and I'm going to plant a bunch of them up there on the trellis. And man, I'm gonna baby these jokers. So anyway, back to the task at hand. So I got pretty much everything out here done that I need to get done, except for running drip irrigation. Now, I got a video, a pretty good video on running drip irrigation. So I'm not really gonna, go over it here. I'll just do a time lapse, and whatnot. And so, yeah, right now I'm gonna install this drip irrigation and get this project over with for the day.
Hey, to whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines, went too many times, wicked games we play, make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude, knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our chest. Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball. This is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got it. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come. Oh yes, it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight so they'll never dim your light. Been wrong for too long, this here feels so right. Leave your fears in the rear view, right now on the mission. Trying to stay the course on this road to redemption. Giving up seems tempting, but no need, cause I got you and you got me.
Well, I got the drip irrigation set up. Had to do it off camera because it's hot out here and daggone camera just kept shutting off on me, but we got water coming out of there. I'm gonna let this run for probably about an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna come back out here and see how big of a wet spot there is where the water comes out, and if I need to water more, then I will. The first watering, I always water really, really heavy because I want the seeds to get that moisture. And so with drip irrigation, you have to run it for a long time. So that's gonna be a wrap for the day. We got the corn planted. We got the corn bed fertilized with balanced fertilizer. Gonna wait until it gets a foot high before we fertilize it with a nitrogen rich fertilizer. I'm going to use Chilean nitrate, and then once it gets knee high, we're going to fertilize it again. But at that point, we're going to assess the plant and make sure that it needs that extra boost. Simple process. Oh, and avoid making the biggest mistake that I think you can make this time of year, and that's planting when you have cold weather coming. Okay, you need that 24 to 48 hour period where you got some nice warm soil, and that corn kernel doesn't get that shock that it would from the cold. So anything else, I think that is the number one major thing, because that could affect the plant's growth through its life. Okay, you want it to start off on a good note. Make sure that you have, like me, I got 80s for the next 4 days. Then we're gonna drop, but the only thing I'm worried about is the first 24 to 48 hours. And that is my tip of the day. Okay, got some watermelon planted. Y'all saw how I amended the soil. Do it every year. Man, I can grow some watermelon. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can grow some watermelon. Okay, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. I can't grow cantaloupe, but I can grow some watermelon. Everybody out there that's signing up for Watermelon Wars, I already got my speech ready. My speech is ready. I'm telling you, I've been working on my speech for months. Okay? My speech is ready. And I ain't talking about no second place speech, nothing like that. Number one, taking home the crown. That's just how it's done. And I ain't even play. See, these ones that I planted today, that's child's play. I got something planned over here. I got something planned. Y'all watch. Watermelon Wars 2025. Woo! Y'all messed up when y'all let me find out about it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. It's hot. Man, it's hot. I gotta go get in this AC. I'm really, really, really happy with how everything turned out here. I got 2 empty beds back here that, bam, I'm gonna put something in them. Something gotta grow in them. So that's, you know, that's later on. I'll probably shoot a video on that. And yeah, if you're still here, you got to hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed to my channel, what you doing? You got to subscribe. Come on now. And go ahead and share this with somebody that think that they want to grow some corn and they may need some tips. And if they want to grow big watermelon, you might want to share this with them too. But I got a good video coming out later about some watermelon growing, but we're gonna keep that one under wraps for a little bit. But anyway, hey, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day. Let me go get in this AC, and I'll see you in the next video. Give me some water. Woo. Man, oh man, it's hot. Y'all stay hydrated now.